Hello everybody, it's Linda and I am back with a video to share my favorite crafty tools and stuff from 2012. So I was tagged by Diana from Spare Marbles here on YouTube. Hi Diana, and also by Leonie, my passion for paper here on YouTube. Hi Leonie, and here is my 2012 favorites in random order. So first of all, I could not have created much without papers by the wonderful romance novel collection. And this particular collection was given to me both by Leonie. I got a wonderful 6x6 pad from her, and I got the rest of this from Annie, Scenario 1 here on YouTube. So thank you so much, ladies, and I'll soon get started on a project using these wonderful papers. So that's the first. And this year I have been like crazy about making these mixed media mosaics, and for my mosaics I need this chipboard. So as you can see, it's quite thick and it's quite sturdy. I buy them in like huge sheets, and I could not have done much tiles without this chipboard, and also I've been using it to create boxes and albums and stuff. So chipboard is also a favorite. And then craft cardstock. I just love this stuff. I use it all the time. So these are just regular Basil craft cardstock sheets. So love that. And then cutting tools represented by my old, really worn out cutter pea. So I also use my X-Acto knife and my cutting mat a lot, and scissors. And I am not fussy about scissors. I use any kind of scissors. I use the ones that I find, and a lot of times I don't find any, even though I have like 8 or 9 or maybe more. They all get lost in my hot mess on my desk. So that's that. Then it is my glues. I have gotten this advanced tape glider, and I really like it. It's quite big, but for the things that I use it for, which is normally just to adhere down papers to my pages when I make mini albums, it's just great. So I love that. I love this canvas tape here. It is called, what is it called? Duct tape. So this duct tape is brilliant to, make your bindings for albums and stuff. So that one. And then the strong and precise glue from Scotch. This is what used to be called quick dry adhesive. And I learned about this glue from Anna, Scenario 1, and it's brilliant. It dries really fast. It's strong and very, very useful. So love that. And then of course, my glue gun. I have, used my glue gun so much I used up one. It just died on me this year, so I had to get a new one. I'm not so crazy about this tip because it's not fine enough, but it's okay if I'm just a bit careful about how much glue I just press out of it. So that one. Then another favorite for this year is lace trim, any kind, any shape, but Annie's, hi Annie, from Annie's blog shop, Miss Garden Grove one here on YouTube. Her lace trims are gorgeous. So these laces were sent to me by Annie. Thank you, Annie, and I love them. And I have been using Annie's laces a lot in my projects this year. And when you see these yumminess, I'm sure you can understand why. So that's that, and I will put a link to Annie's blog shop below. And also a must-have for 2012 was angels. And I have been using angels in all kinds of shapes and sizes, and I don't know, I just love these. And they were bought really cheap from a Norwegian store, so love these. And magnets. I got some really great magnets from a German company, I think it is, or a Swiss one. I can put a link below so that you can order if you're looking for them. They have them in all kinds of shapes and sizes, so I'm sure you'll find some there. And then I also must say that I've had so much fun playing with Anna Zanero1 here on YouTube, her chipboard die cuts. I have been using these die cuts to make albums, to make boxes, to make frames, and I still have some that I haven't gotten the chance to try yet, so these will be used in this year. So yeah, loving your die cuts, Anna, and I'll put a link to Anna's blog shop too below, so that you can go and check out her awesome die cuts. Then flatback pearls. Here is my box of flatbacks, and I just love using these in my projects. I love using them on boxes and stuff in particular. And in my swap with Leonie, I got these gorgeous little buckles, and I've been using up almost all of them. I think they are from Wild Orchid Crafts, and I really love them. Thank you so much, Leonie. And I also got some new, but they're a bit smaller, and these are with actually with bling in them, and they're really pretty. So yeah, buckles and flatbacks, a must for flower centers. And my scoreboard, my messy Martha Stewart scoreboard, is a must-have. I love this. Love you. And then like I said, I've been crazy about making art tiles, and I just love using this mixed media stuff, not only for art tiles but for other projects too. Robin Buff is great. I am going to try a new brand this year called, or new to me, it's called Ink Gold, and I think it's less poisonous. But this is like, you just smear it on with your finger. Robin Buff, love it. And Mod Podge, this is a matte. I don't only use Mod Podge, I use any kind of like liquid lacquer, or what do you call them, sealer, you know. So but Mod Podge is okay. And this is just some acrylic texture paste, and I've also used a lot of texture paste and texture paint this year, so I'm loving that. And of course the gesso, loving gesso. This is a cheap brand. I don't care about the price as long as it works, and this works. So also to create tiles, to embellish tags and stuff, stamps. This is just some of the stamps from Prima stamp set. I think it's Almanac. Love those because they are so small and you can use them on your art tiles, and yeah, loving them. And to go with the stamps, I also snuck in this Distress ink and Stays On. I do a lot of stamping with Stays On because then I can, you know, paint over it or whatever, and it doesn't smear. This smears, but it's a lot of fun anyway, as most of you know. So do you use this much more for like edging papers and tags and stuff. And then of course Japanese masking tape. You have heard me, those of you who have seen my videos have heard me talking about this stuff a lot, and I love it. I use it for my altered envelopes, for my art tiles, for my pages, for my tags, for almost any kind of mixed media project. This is so much fun to use. Love it. And I got a favorite seller. He's on Etsy, and it's called Pretty Tape. I'll put a link to it. Then have to say, bling and flatback pearls is or has been a must-have for me last year. So I was given a lot of gorgeous flatback pearl trims and bling trims from my friends, and I use a lot of it, so really loving that. And I've also been quite crazy about making stick pins. So beads, any kind of bead that you like. I use a lot of glass beads. I really prefer glass beads, but there are a lot of nice acrylic beads too, to create stick pins. And I love making stick pins. It's like making puzzles, I think. It's really relaxing. And for that, I use a lot of different pins, and I get them from Etsy and eBay sellers. So, and spacer beads. I think, you get a long way with just nice beads, but if you just add a little bit of spacers and bead caps, it just adds so much to your stick pins. So I also get all of these from eBay and Etsy sellers. Then I've been using lots and lots and lots of flowers, and these are my favorite two companies, I Am Roses and Wild Orchid Crafts. Yumminess! They make the most gorgeous, gorgeous paper flowers. Love them. Well, there is also one lady here on YouTube, Leonie, and she makes fantastic flowers, but she doesn't sell, but she's got great tutorials. So if you can't afford, to buy your paper flowers, and if you want to try make your own, please just pop over to Leonie's YouTube and watch her tutorials. Awesome flowers. I'll link to her tutorials below. And to color flowers, I use either this Lindy's stampgang sprays or Distress inks and sprays and water. So this stuff, and of course, what can I say? Charms, metal charms. I have gone bananas over metal charms this year. I have bought a lot of charms from eBay. I have bought these, like, what do you call them? Steampunk charms. And one of my last purchases from an eBay seller were these huge fleur-de-lis. And I'm loving these. Look at them. I haven't got the chance to use them yet because I haven't created much lately, but definitely going on a project. So, yeah, metal charms. I got metal charms. I've been given a lot of beautiful charms from my friends. These are from Lele here on YouTube, and she's called Linexa, I think. My brain just went out the window, but I'll of course pop a link to her channel below. She makes the most wonderful, wonderful things. And yeah, I think that was my favorites for last year. And yeah, so thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. So take care, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.